Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt so broken, so beaten down by life that you question if you could ever rise again? Maybe it was losing someone you loved, a dream slipping through your fingers, or that gut-wrenching moment when you looked in the mirror and didn't recognize who you'd become. If you've ever felt that pain, you're not alone. But here's the truth. The moments that break us also build us. They forge our character in the fire of adversity, shaping us into the people we were meant to become. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine this. You're standing in a crowded room, surrounded by faces you recognize, but deep inside, you feel completely alone. Your world has fallen apart in ways you never imagined. Maybe it was a phone call that changed everything, a loss, a betrayal, a failure so heavy it feels like you can't breathe. Or maybe it wasn't a moment at all. Maybe it's been building for years like a slow erosion, quietly wearing away at your strength, until one day you wake up and realize you're not sure how to go on. We've all been there. Life doesn't ask for permission when it decides to break you. It just comes crashing down. And in that moment, everything you thought you knew, your confidence, your plans, your sense of control, shatters into pieces. But here's the question that changes everything. What do you do with those pieces? Today, I'm not here to tell you that life is fair. It isn't. I'm not here to tell you that it's easy. It won't be. But I am here to tell you this. When life breaks you, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of something greater, if you choose to see it that way. By the time we're done tonight, you'll understand why the moments that break you are the very moments that make you. And trust me, you won't want to miss this. Because what I'm about to share could be the difference between staying stuck in the rubble or rising stronger than ever before. Life has a way of leveling the playing field. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, or how much success you've had. At some point, life will knock you down. Pain, struggle, and hardship don't discriminate. They don't care about your bank account, your title, or your plans. They find everyone sooner or later. Think about it. Behind every smile you see, every confident handshake or polished appearance, there's a story, a battle, a moment, or maybe many where life brought someone to their knees. We like to think we're alone in our struggles, but the truth is pain is universal. It connects us. Whether it's the heartbreak of loss, the sting of failure, or the weight of self-doubt, we've all faced moments where we wondered if we could keep going. But here's the beauty in that shared experience. Because everyone faces adversity, everyone also has the potential for resilience. You are not alone in your pain, and you are not alone in your power to overcome it. The key is understanding that these moments don't define you, they refine you. And if you can embrace that, you'll see that the very pain that unites us can also be the spark that lifts us to greater heights. Adversity is one of life's greatest paradoxes. It feels like an enemy, doesn't it? It shows up uninvited, turns your life upside down, and forces you to face things you never wanted to confront. It can leave you feeling broken, lost, and powerless. But here's the truth that most people miss. Adversity isn't there to destroy you, it's there to shape you. Think about a diamond. It doesn't start as a polished gem. It begins as a piece of coal, buried under immense pressure and heat. Over time, that pressure transforms it into something priceless, something brilliant. The same principle applies to us. Adversity is the fire that forges character. It's the chisel that carves out strength and purpose from the raw material of who we are. It's in the moments when life feels hardest, when you think you've got nothing left to give, that you discover just how strong you really are. Adversity forces you to dig deep, to find resources within yourself that you didn't even know existed. It challenges you to grow in ways you never thought possible. And when you come out on the other side, because you will come out on the other side, you're not the same person. You're stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So the next time you find yourself in the middle of a storm, don't just ask, why me? Ask, what is this here to teach me? How can this make me better? Because the truth is, adversity isn't just a test, it's an opportunity. And what you do with it can define the rest of your life. Adversity has a way of arriving like an unwelcome guest, barging into your life without warning and turning everything upside down. It's uncomfortable, painful, and often feels unbearable. When you're in the middle of it, it's easy to think, Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? But what if I told you that adversity is not your enemy? What if I told you that it's actually one of the greatest forces for growth you'll ever encounter? You see, adversity has a purpose, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. It's there to push you, to stretch you, to make you reach beyond the limits you thought you had. Without challenges, we stay the same. We grow comfortable, stagnant even, in what we know. But adversity, it forces us to confront our fears, to let go of what's holding us back, and to step into the unknown. And it's in the unknown where transformation happens. Think of the strongest people you know, the ones who inspire you, who seem unshakable. Do you think they got that way by living a life free of struggle? No. They were shaped by their struggles. They were tested by circumstances that could have broken them. And they came out stronger because they chose to let adversity refine them, not define them. When life hits you with challenges, you have a choice. You can let it defeat you, or you can let it teach you. Adversity reveals who you really are. But more importantly, it gives you the chance to become who you're meant to be. It's not there to crush you. It's there to uncover the strength, resilience, and courage that were inside you all along. So the next time you face a trial, don't just endure it, embrace it. Ask yourself, what can this experience teach me? How can I use this to grow? Because every hardship carries with it a seed of potential, and it's up to you to nurture it. Adversity isn't just a challenge, it's an invitation to rise. When life throws challenges your way, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, why me? But the truth is, it's not just about what happens to you, it's about how you choose to see it. Your mindset is the key that unlocks your ability to turn pain into purpose and setbacks into comebacks. Think about this. Two people can face the same storm, but one comes out stronger while the other feels defeated. What makes the difference? It's not the storm itself, it's how they view it. When you see adversity as something that's happening for you rather than to you, everything changes. A shift in perspective turns obstacles into opportunities. It allows you to stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the author of your story. This doesn't mean pretending everything is fine when it's not. It's not about denying the pain or the struggle. It's about acknowledging it and then asking, what can I learn from this? How can this experience shape me for the better? This mindset doesn't eliminate the difficulty, but it does give you the power to face it with purpose. Every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's an opportunity to redefine what's possible for you. When you shift your focus from why is this happening to me to what is this teaching me, you step into a mindset of growth. You take back control. Life is unpredictable. You can't always control the events, but you can always control how you respond. And that response, that choice to see adversity as a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block, is what separates those who thrive from those who merely survive. Remember, your mindset is your greatest weapon in the face of life's challenges. Use it to transform your struggles into the foundation for your greatest victories. Pain is one of life's most powerful teachers, though it rarely feels that way when you're in the middle of it. When you're hurting, it's natural to want to run from it, numb it, or avoid it at all costs. But here's the thing, pain has a purpose. It's not there just to make you suffer. It's there to make you grow. Think about a time when you faced something that seemed insurmountable. Maybe it was a devastating loss, a failure that shook your confidence, or a betrayal that cut you to your core. In the moment, it felt like the end of the world. But looking back now, can you see how it changed you? How it forced you to dig deeper, to find strength you didn't know you had, or to reevaluate what really matters in your life? That's the hidden gift of pain. Pain strips away the superficial and forces us to confront our true selves. It reveals what we value most, what we're made of, and what we're willing to fight for. It pushes us out of our comfort zones and into the unknown where growth happens. Without pain, we wouldn't be challenged to adapt, to rise, or to become better versions of ourselves. Consider this. The most beautiful works of art, the most inspiring stories, and the most profound transformations often come from a place of deep pain. The reason is simple. Pain gives you perspective. It opens your eyes to what's possible when you refuse to let it define you. It's a bridge that takes you from who you were to who you are meant to be. So instead of fearing pain or wishing it away, ask yourself what it's trying to teach you. What can you learn from this moment? How can it shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more compassionate? Pain doesn't just hurt, it also heals. It forces you to grow in ways you never would have chosen, but always needed. The truth is, you can't have progress without struggle, and you can't find purpose without pain. When you embrace that, you stop running from it and start using it. And when you do that, you'll discover that the very thing you thought would break you is the thing that will set you free. When life breaks you, it's natural to feel like you're standing in the middle of a storm with nothing to hold on to. The chaos, the uncertainty, the pain, it can make you feel small, powerless, and lost. In those moments, the question isn't just how you'll survive, it's where you'll find the strength to keep going. And that's where faith comes in. Faith is more than just belief in something bigger than yourself. It's a lifeline. It's the quiet, unshakable conviction that no matter how dark it gets, this is not the end of your story. Faith doesn't guarantee that the storms won't come, but it gives you the courage to stand firm when they do. It reminds you that even in the darkest night, the dawn is coming. Faith is what keeps you moving when you can't see the path ahead. It's trusting that there's a purpose in the pain, even if you can't see it yet. It's believing that the challenges you face aren't random, they're shaping you for something greater. Faith whispers to you in the silence, you're not alone, you're stronger than you think, and this moment is not your final destination. For some, faith is rooted in a higher power, a divine presence that provides comfort and guidance. For others, it's faith in the human spirit, in the resilience of the soul, in the belief that tomorrow can be better than today. Whatever form it takes, faith is the anchor that holds you steady when life feels like it's pulling you under. When you lean into faith, you stop seeing adversity as a punishment and start seeing it as a process that's refining you, strengthening you, and preparing you for what's next. Faith doesn't take away the pain, but it gives you the perspective to endure it and the strength to rise above it. So when you feel like giving up, hold on to faith. Trust that there's a reason for your struggle, even if you don't understand it yet. Trust that the pieces of your brokenness are being woven into something beautiful. And trust that no matter how hard it gets, you're never walking this path alone. Because faith, at its core, is the belief that even in the hardest of times, something greater is on the horizon.